Alright guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Ranger here. Now this is gonna be my playthrough and walkthrough for Wasteland 3. Already finished the game once. I used Ranger difficulty, so that has friendly fire. That might be different from whatever mode you're playing, unless you're playing also Ranger or Supreme Jerk. I also played the game a few times just to experiment with a few things, like builds and stuff. Now, my videos are gonna have spoilers, a lot of spoilers, and they're gonna be long. Some videos might be just 15 minutes, some might be an hour or an hour and a half. I'll leave like timestamps at the description or at one of the comments, so you can just use that, click it, so you can skip through the video. I won't be wasting your time. With that said, let's get on with the video. Alright guys, so for last video I stopped here. This is still the ambush site. Now if you're here, this is your chance to go back, check the entire map, look for things, explore things. What happened to me when first time I played this, I missed Major Tom. Good thing I had to save. I didn't notice him here because at first I didn't know he's a cat. I was looking for a person. So, there. So once you click this private Jodie bell, the one that you healed if you ever had a chance to save her, she's right here. She's gonna run and join you. You're all good. Continue. Left click if you're playing on PC.
Was that Major Prasad? They got her? God damn it. Fuck this place. Fuck it.
I know Private Jodie Bell is a sniper, just based on her build. She's not gonna join you immediately. She's gonna stay somewhere at the Ranger headquarters.
Welcome, Rangers. You may approach the Patriarch.
Three, when there were 50. Cold logic says I should turn you away. That there aren't enough of you left to do the job at hand. But that Dorsey ambush was my fault. And I owe you more than explanations and apologies. So, here's something more tangible. The Dorseys didn't just attack you. They attacked my city. This one was trying to burn down our jail. If you want some vengeance for what was done to you, he's yours.
Okay, so this part is gonna be immediately spoilers. I'm gonna explain a few things. In this game, there's something called fame. Fame is like how in good terms you are for a certain person or group. It's hard to increase the fame. Really hard. Like one action will increase it by 1 point. You make a mistake, just one mistake, one wrong pick the dialogue, you can lose like 5 points. So you have to do a lot of stuff, get 1 point. Make a mistake, you lose 5. So it's, yeah, there's no going back once you make a mistake. Now for this game, there's gonna be like 5 major, how do they say, like major groups, including the Patriarch, for the fame. They're the only ones I can say, at least the ones I can think of, 5 or 6 maybe. And that's gonna be him, Patriarch, the Marshals. It's gonna be, if I remember right, the Gippers, the Bazaar. Then I know there's 2 more. The 100 Families. So that's another one. The Refugees. That's, I think I mentioned 5. I know I'm missing one. I can't remember what it is. And for the ending, I'm gonna say the ending right now. This is major spoiler, so if you don't want to hear it, skip or leave now, if you're still here, you've been warned. Two factions or two endings. Two these that will dictate the ending. It's gonna be the Patriarch and Angela Death. You can either side with the Patriarch or you can side with Angela Death. For me, I'm gonna side with the Patriarch. As you progress through the game, you start realizing that Angela Death's idea of Colorado Springs, it's too idealistic compared to the Patriarch. He's like the guy who makes tough choices. Everyone hates him, afraid of him, but he's doing what needs to be done. So there you go. Now something also you have to know about the Patriarch and other characters you speak with is, you know, sometimes you have a choice here for first aid. Only ones I remember is the Patriarch, the guys where you get Morningstar, the AI for the Kodiak, the truck, and Angela Death. If you point out the injury, like you see, for example, if you look at the Patriarch's hand, it's actually shaking. If you point that out, it's gonna deduct 1 point from your fame. It's gonna hate you for it, like his pride, something. The guys where you get Morningstar, I forgot the name of the place. I apologize. If you point out something, I can't remember if it's somewhere in his face or somewhere, he's gonna be happy. You're gonna get in his good side. Angela Death, his if you point out something to her, she's gonna give you a med kit or med pack. That's all you get, and a little experience. So there you go. For this part, gotta have leadership too. I tried this, meh.
How civilized. Around here, we save trials for those whose guilt is in doubt. But if that's what you want, I'll introduce him to Judge Watkins. He always follows the law. I'd like to bring all the Dorseys to justice. And maybe, with your help, I will. But for now, let me address your immediate needs. In addition to this base and the aid I promised your general, I'll be giving you the resources to return your force to full strength. Recruiting, training, and equipping. It's not enough. I know. The men and women you lost can never be replaced, but it's what I can give you. I hope you'll accept it.
See? Like I said earlier, first aid. Avoid this. Whatever happens, avoid it. What you do is, if you're talking to the Patriarch, be, how do I put it, as formal as you can get, like you're talking to your boss, or like your senpai. Yes, something you can tell. This is the best choice. Unfortunately, if you don't have a save before you get to this point, it happened to me first time I played. After I finished the ambush site, I didn't save. I went straight to the Kodiak. Then I made the wrong choices, so I had to load, fight the Dorseys again at that last part of the ambush site, then get here. I learned from my mistakes. Don't pick this. I don't see any reason for you to pick any of this. Just go here.
I'm glad to find you
there you go.
so
Reputation or fame.
amenable.
And that's the term.
I hope that means we're going to get along. Now, introductions. My name is Saul Buchanan. I own Colorado, though you'll meet some who disagree. This base is your new home. From here, you'll aid my people and, more importantly, do the job I brought you here to do. Now, yes, Joe?
Pardon, Patriarch. It's Daisy. An update on the Garden of the Gods?
All right. Sorry, Rangers. Still putting out fires. Two of my best are waiting for you inside. Darius Kwon of the Marshals and my old friend Sergei Greatski. Go see him. I'll be in when I'm done here.
You notice how they always point out his hand. If you look at it hard enough, it really is shaking. This is Jodie Bell. What these guys are wearing, because I was curious at first. These are suits. This is the same armor you have right now. If I do this. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't notice this.
Come down there.
Oh, if you want to read that, please just pause the video. I'm not gonna go through with it. It just means that you can go here, you can right click, then use it on yourself. The healing items, you can press and hold left click if you're playing on PC, drop it here. Up to you. For me, since she's gonna be my medic, always the healing items. Now I'm gonna check this. It's kind of similar, right?
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
But you'll get this later in the game, especially this. So this requires at least, if I remember it, 6 strength to use. That's a hammer, the glowing thing behind his back. Right there. You also get that, but it's kind of late in the game. This hammer, just in case you're curious, you'll get that hammer, but it's gonna be a prototype. It's gonna be somewhere. If this is the world map, it's gonna be somewhere at the top left area, like a ski house vacation area the Buchanans have, or the 100 families have. You can talk to these guys, but they won't say anything useful.
No sudden moves around the Patriarch.
You can actually attack the Patriarch now, but they'll all kick your ass. Then you're done. This is Private Jodie Bell. Sign. Statue here.
I need to rest a spell. Catch my breath. That all right with you? I'm still healing up. Go out and find your footing while I get back on my feet. Oh man, more every day. This place is nice and all. Kind of majestic with all the mountains and wild weather, but it's hard to enjoy it when I know everybody back home is dying by inches. We gotta finish up our business with the Patriarch and get the supplies he promised us back home. People are counting on us. My folks are counting on us. Sorry, I just want to get this done and get back to them. Later.
By the way, I forgot to mention in the previous videos, if you're talking to someone, I tried it with different mouse. I'm using a Logitech G Pro wireless. I also have G102 from Logitech. Different mouses. Another one from Razer. Forgot my. Yeah. Just what I'm trying to say is I tried different mouses. If you're talking to someone,
I need to rest a spell. Catch my breath.
It double
that all right with you?
by itself. Don't know if there's a patch, but when I was playing first time when it was released, I immediately played it when it was released. Just double clicks by itself. So if you're going to dialogue, especially if there's like important choices, just move your mouse away. You'll notice me moving mouse away or out of the screen. Then you click, so it doesn't select. See? Then you pick something.
Later.
Be careful. Weird, but happens.
Pleased to meet you, Rangers.
You'll see them again once you get into town. I'm gonna save. It's gonna be a lot of dialogue at this point. Be talking to them. What is this alarm that you're hearing?
Welcome, Rangers. I'm Marshal Darius Kwon, and this here's Sergei Greatski.
Good to meet you, Rangers. Glad to see some friendly faces. Been rough around here these last few days. Dorsey's attacked us too. Snuck inside Colorado Springs and killed a lot of people. Situation's under control now. Mostly. The Patriarch. Thank God they never got near him. He's the only thing keeping Colorado from tearing itself apart.
And sorry about these alarms. Something must have triggered the old security system. Trouble is, there's a bunch of angry robots guarding the computer that shuts them off. How you deal with them is your call. Your base, your rules. Yeah, weird, huh? They weren't active when we looked the place over a few days back, but... let's talk after you kill the alarms. I can hardly hear myself think.
Okay. So welcome to the war room. These are the angry robots.
Alarm! I hate alarm! A warning to you, intruder. Visit a secure, non-permit facility. You commit trespassing against deforestation or you will be penalized.
This is the reason why I had to do one kiss ass. I had to sacrifice 1 point. It seems like this part of the game is useless, but it will affect your interaction with the machine commune. It's like a big server that's connected to almost all the synths or the synthetics, or synths, or cyborgs. That's the term they have for the cyborgs here. So synthetics, robots, it's connected. So if you're really angry with the robots or synthetics, you kill them every time you get into a fight, get into an argument, it will affect the machine commune. And the machine commune is like this, but like a bunch of satellites with bigger monitors or screens. And that room has like 2 laser turrets. Laser turrets, they're hard to kill early in the game. They're really hard to kill, and the damage they do, oh Christ. Damn, you're gonna die. I tried to attack the machine commune once. Got into a fight, they just killed me. Really fast. So, do this.
Please help Servitor. Still accessing, remain on hold. Authorization provisionally accepted. Servitors will remain watchful on you.
Alright, all you do is go up here.
Well done, Rangers. Good to see the place up and running. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. The reason you're here. As you may know, I have a daughter and 2 sons. Liberty, Valor, and Victory. 2 of them conspired against me, and the 3rd blackens the Buchanan name with every breath he takes. Consequently, I banished them. They've been skulking in the shadows ever since, but lately there's been rumors that I'm on my last legs. Lies, of course, but apparently my dear children believe them, and they've started making new plans.
It's kind of meh. This is also the part of the game it's teaching you about the dialogue if you're new to the franchise. So again, just pick what you think is gonna be okay. Don't be like a smart ass. Don't pick this too. Just don't.
Ain't you smart? I'm not worried about my children defeating me, Rangers. They won't. Not even Liberty. What worries me is the destruction they'll wreak as they fail. They'll tear my land and my people to shreds. They'll burn everything I've accomplished to ash.
Eat your thumb. Right there.
That's why they have to be stopped before they can start. That's why you, Rangers, have to find them and bring them home to me ASAP. And when I say bring them home, I mean bring them home alive. They're my blood, Kill them and we'll have a problem. Do I make myself clear?
Okay, this is gonna be where I'm gonna have to say again, this is major spoilers. Leave now. If you're not into this. Vic, Valor, and Liberty, you will have to fight them. Well, not actually get into a fight with them. The only one you really get into a fight with is Liberty. You'll encounter her immediately, but she's not gonna attack you. She's not gonna try and kill you. Just like warning. Vic and Valor, they're hiding behind two factions. The hardest choice you have to make is when it comes to the Kippers. The Kippers, remember, right? They supply the oil, or there's a group that supplies the oil. Correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm saying the names of the groups wrong. Again, last time I played this was September. It's not October. So some things I remember, a lot of things I remember, but some things get mixed up, you know. Anyways, for one of the Buchanans, either you will allow him to be, how do you say it? It's like an AI. It's gonna take over his body. Any choice you make to try and take him, you'll end up fighting the Kippers, and it's gonna be one of the longest fights you'll have in this game. It's gonna be really long. So either you take him home alive, or you let him stay, but it affects what the Patriarch thinks of you and what he's going to give you. He actually gives a reward after you capture one of his children. So there you go. And again, I'm trying to emphasize here live. There's a few things that I realize if you play the game, you finish it, then you play it again. He said this is going to be your new home, and you're to bring his children alive home. You have a choice to stay or leave Colorado Springs. That's really far in the game, like ending. Yeah, just something I think is worth mentioning right now. Don't pick this. It's gonna piss him off. Just pick this one.
Good. Then let me tell you where they are. Victories hold up in Aspen. Valor's under the protection of the Gippers in Denver.
There you go.
And Liberty's raising an army against me somewhere out on the Eastern Plains. Anything else you need to know? Uh-huh. The last dregs of a treacherous family. Thought I'd wipe them out years ago, but mistakes linger, Rangers. I know that better than most.
So just a shortcut for the Dorseys. Just a quick explanation to summarize everything you'll hear, even from other NPCs. They were a member of the 100 families, and they wanted some changes at Colorado Springs. Nothing like attacking people, but they were chased out of Colorado Springs. Some of them survived, and now they're back trying to kill you. There's a reason. It's actually Liberty that got them to attack. So yeah.
Possibly. But I know the Dorseys from the old days. They don't take orders well. Then again, I wouldn't have guessed they'd have the guts to attack both you and Colorado Springs at the same time. So somebody put some fire in them. My staff and I coordinated the details of your arrival using coded transmissions on radio frequencies we thought were secure. Obviously, they were not. And you paid for it. I take full responsibility. Good. What else do you need? What do you want to know? Divided loyalty, that's why. I trust my guards, but they don't leave my side. Ever. Everybody else is making plans for when I'm gone. The 100 families, the Gippers, the Marshals, they're all out for themselves. And they know my kids would make good figureheads, give them some legitimacy.
Okay. Also something you can consider for the ending. I've never tried it, but there's like an option you can take over, but you need the Marshals. Definitely need the Marshals if you wanna take over. Once you get the Ranger headquarters up and running, your armory, either you will get the Marshals to fill up your armory, or you will get a group at a casino at the Colorado Springs. Their men, Brygo's men will take over your armory. So if the Martians are gone, there's no hope for you to try and overtake Patriarch.
Any Coloradan I send to bring Vic, Val, and Libby back home might think they'll get a better deal elsewhere. But not you. I'm the only one who can save your people. Nobody else can get supplies to Arizona before they starve to death. That's why it's you who's doing this. You've got the only loyalty that works. The loyalty of self-interest. Boy's never been right in the head. Since he was a baby, he'd torture cats, terrorize the servants, set the house on fire, and he's only got worse. The things he's done to the women he finds. Anyway, I finally had enough and put the little monster under house arrest up in Aspen. Guess they weren't prepared because he escaped a while ago and then came back with a gang of freaks and turned the place into a slaughterhouse. Now he's on the radio, laughing about what he's gonna do to his hostages and daring me to come after him. He, claims he's captured some Rangers as well. Don't get your hopes up. Vic likes to play with hostages. Might not be much left by the time you find them.
Right, so Vic has 3 Rangers, if I remember that right. And the group he's with, they use like drugs, gas, and the weapons they have are flamethrowers, machine guns like the one I'm using here, light machine gun, and rocket launchers. I can't remember any snipers from them, but yeah, flamethrowers, machine guns, rocket launchers, and assault rifle.
Soft, spoiled, fiddled with computers all day instead of learning the arts of diplomacy and war. Finally packed him off when he accidentally crashed my security systems right before his sister's little coup attempt. Made him my official ambassador to the Gippers, hoping he'd do to their systems what he'd done to mine. That was a mistake. He took his revenge by convincing them to cut off oil shipments to my city. No oil means no heat, no light, and no food for my people. So getting Valor back and resuming oil shipments from the Gippers has to happen now. Crazy cultists worship an old US president as a god. Trouble is, they're the only ones who know how to refine oil anymore, so we gotta play nice.
Something about Valor, he is really weak. You don't really get to fight him. It's the Gippers you have to worry about. They are mostly using assault rifles, laser weapons. There's some turrets scattered around their base. I think 2 inside like the server room, 3 outside, 3 or 2 outside the base, then like 2 inside the house, like a mansion. And there's like the big AI, like a really big AI robot that shoots missiles from its eyes. That's the US president that we're talking about, so yeah.
Liberty's got more brains and cunning than both her brothers put together. She's the only one who could actually run Colorado. Problem is, she'd run it as a goddamn slave state. Everyone in chains, everyone working for her. Wouldn't worry about her for now, though. Best to wait until you got a little more firepower. She's gonna be well protected. At least I raised one. You'd better. Anything else?
Fortunately, you don't have barter, so yep.
Of course. Now, if you want a chance to impress me and maybe get a little payback, that call I got outside was from Sheriff Daisy, the head of the Marshals in Colorado Springs. She's having trouble rousting some Dorseys who have been holed up in the Garden of the Gods since their raid fell apart. Why don't you go give her a hand? Show us what the Rangers can do. That's what I like to hear. I expect great things from you, Rangers. Do good work. All right, let's move out.
Alright, so if you press J, like it said, now this can be a bit, let's say, overwhelming at the start. So it'll start to fill up, like a lot of it is gonna start filling up, but you can, it's not like you have to do it immediately. Some of them they can just wait. Out of all this, out of all the Buchanans, you have to go to Valor first. You can't reach Liberty and Vic because the outside is radiation and you have to upgrade your Kodiak first before you can reach them. These are the completed ones. Now I did just level up. What you do is, if run the menu, I'm gonna save first. You can press K. You go straight to skills. I'm gonna upgrade. Put one in big guns. One in nerd stuff. Permit. Right, so again, for now, I'm gonna focus on strength. I'm gonna get strength to 5 first. Make it 6, maximum 6. I'm gonna do it 6 for each character. Go. I'm not gonna put anything more there, kiss ass. So you have to start putting something at the explosives because you're gonna explore the Ranger headquarters. This is the first time you're here, so if you explore, some parts you need explosives to defuse bombs. I know there's some here. You have to defuse the bombs or traps. There's some enemies here. Refugees right here at this area. So we're done with introductions. Once you go down here, you'll get into a dialogue, or you can talk to Sergei and Marshal Kwon. Marshal Kwon will join you. Then you get to create 2 more rangers for your party. It's gonna be a maximum of 6, and you can only have maximum of 4 rangers. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here. You can like, you can subscribe. Thank you for watching. Again, I have a lot of spoilers for my videos. If you don't like it, you might want to go somewhere else. But I'm just giving you information that I think you need to know right now. So it's not gonna hurt later in the game. Because for example, again, if you kill these guys, you kill them, it's gonna suck once you get to the machine colony. That's gonna be the Denver airport, and that kind of connects to this. So yeah, thanks for watching.